What's good? It's your boy Jay, that's me. Let's dive into AEW Collision for July the 29th, 2023. A pretty decent episode of Collision. My only issue with Collision, obviously, is the day and the time slot. I really do think that Collision would do better ratings if it was on Thursdays live at 8. I believe it would probably do Dynamite numbers, meaning 800, maybe 820K to like 900 something K. That's just me though, especially with it being live and everything else. I really do wish that they would have done that. I really do, because no one watches Impact, MLW, or Ring of Honor. If we're being honest, let's just be honest here. But overall, Collision was solid for the most part. So we kicked the show off with the first match of the night, that being Buddy Matthews versus Andrade El Idolo for Andrade's mask. It was a ladder match. Really solid TV ladder match here for the most part. Towards the middle of the match, Julia Hart brings in handcuffs. Andrade was able to get himself set free. Then he handcuffed Buddy Matthews. He was able to be set free. Towards the end of the match, Andrade climbed up the ladder, and Julia, she was on his back, tried to choke him out and everything else. Then the two of them were on top of the ladder, and she slapped him several times. He no-sold it very well. He grabbed her hand, looked at her, just barely tapped her, just barely shoved her, and really nice little table spot with Julia Hart and Buddy Matthews, and Andrade then retrieves the mask. So that makes sense. I like that. Really good stuff there. I guess the House of Black feud continues. I don't think it's typically over. If we're being honest, I wouldn't end that feud. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Roosh involved in due time, since he just re-signed with AEW. So, can't wait for that. That should be pretty damn good right there. Moving on. So, Miro is backstage with Tony Schiavone. He's trying to talk to Schiavone, but Aaron Solo attacks Miro with a steel chair, but Miro was able to fight off Aaron Solo. Okay, that's fine, I guess. It's not really all that important. I mean, I don't know why Aaron Solo wanted to attack Miro. Like, that was dumb. Absolutely stupid. So fucking stupid. But it is what it is. Moving on. So, next, Darby Allin versus Minoru Suzuki. And I'm just like, oh my God, really? Are we doing this? Really? Like, what the fuck? Like, nobody cares about Minoru Suzuki. Like, he does get a reaction, but I'm so over Suzuki. I am. I'm tired of him. Like, he's okay, but man, he's way past his prime. Way past his prime. I just don't get it. Like, he's done stuff in Impact, AEW, the Indies. I'm just like, oh my God. So, Darby Allin wins. So he goes for the coffin drop, that being Darby. Suzuki counters it into the rear naked choke, and then Darby is able to counter that and pin him for the 1, 2, 3. So that was great. So post-match, my boy Christian Cage and Luchasaurus, they appeared on the Titantron. So Christian Cage mockingly congratulated Darby Allin and said, while he has a title shot coming up at All Out, he seems distracted by AR Fox and Swerve Strickland, And you can't be distracted when going for our title. Christian Cage says this title has never meant as much as it does now, much more than it did when Darby Allin had it previously. He then threatened to send Darby back to Hot Topic, which was a great line right there. And he promised to never touch the title again. That being Darby Allin. That being what Christian said to Darby Allin. So, final little backstage promo there. I enjoyed that. Again, Darby versus Christian Cage is fine. Nobody wants to see Luchasaurus. I get it, though, but, I love what Christian's doing. I love me some heel Christian. Great shit. Moving on. Samoa Joe versus Gravity. So Samoa Joe wins via the muscle buster. So this went for maybe 45 seconds, I believe. And also Gravity, he did the moon stomps or whatever. That was kind of funny right there when he did the man landing on the moon taunts. That was great. Moving on. So, Tony Schiavone is in the ring. Out comes CM Punk. He comes out to a mixed reaction. So, Tony Schiavone brought up controversy surrounding CM Punk and Ricky Starks. Schiavone also asked about what CM Punk carries in the bag. Punk said hello to Hartford. He said he's had a few weeks of bad travel and only got here 2 hours ago, which is a total lie. There's no way in the world that could be humanly possible. But he always makes his towns because he's here for the fans in the arena. So, CM Punk said lots of people don't like to talk about certain things, like Wembley Stadium. So Punk teased having a match at Wembley for All In and wondered if he's the first guy to mention Wembley on TV. CM Punk says he's not mad at Ricky Starks, just disappointed. Punk says he can take that loss, but can Ricky Starks take the win as a cheater? CM Punk went on and let fans know what's in the bag. Punk said Ricky Starks, the cheater, has mistaken his kindness for weakness, and when he returned with the bag, he promised he wouldn't be nice any longer. CM Punk put out the AEW World title, the second one, and he said the truth doesn't care if you're nice. Punk declared himself to be the real AEW World Champion and pointed to how his name is on the belt, not because he deserved it, but because he earned it. He never was pinned or submitted for this title, and is still covered in his blood from when he beat Jon Moxley for it last September. Punk then dropped the title down. He got a spray bottle, painted a large X on it. Punk said that the X represented him since 1997 and the foundation of his pro wrestling career, and how he is straight edge, and straight edge means that he's better than you. CM Punk said this title is his and it belongs on AEW Collision. Punk declared that this title is not stolen and he is the world champion. So Ricky Starks comes out. He wanted to do a proper entrance, which was funny. So he went back and came out to his music. So, Ricky Starks says that he's the real face of Collision and the real world champion. So, both of them had some more words. So, Ricky Starks said that he wanted a title shot and he yelled that he does deserve the title shot. So Punk continues to jab at Starks for cheating and said since he owes so much thanks to referees, he needs a special guest referee for the title match. So Ricky Starks agreed and jabbed at Punk for not having any friends. He said maybe he can go to Stanford and get someone, but Starks doesn't care who it is. That was great. CM Punk said he's already made some phone calls, and this is someone in his past. Punk made sure Ricky Starks really wanted this title shot, and he does. They shook hands, and Schiavone said the match will happen next week, and the special guest referee will be Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. So that was great. That does make sense. Steamboat has refereed several of CM Punk's matches back in the Ring of Honor days. So, I'm fine with that. Makes sense. Again, I love what they're doing with Ricky Starks and CM Punk, but my thing is, when Ricky Starks loses, where does he go next? Where does he go from here? Does he continue to feud with CM Punk or what? Now, I do think that we will get CM Punk and MJF eventually, but I want that to take place at Full Gear. It would actually make sense. That's when MJF won the title. So I wouldn't mind seeing CM Punk beating MJF at Full Gear. It actually would make sense. That would give MJF a year-long title reign anyway, if you think about it. So he would have a title reign for a year. So hopefully they do that. And I think that's where all things are headed anyway, if we're being objective about it. I think that's where all things lead. There's no point dragging this into 2024. There's really no need at all. So I don't know why you would do it. Moving on, so we get a video package on Adam Cole and MJF to hype up the main event for tonight. Moving on. Oh, God. Trios match. Oh, boy. This was Bullet Club Gold featuring Juice Robinson and the Guns versus Vikingo, Action Andrade, and Darius Martin. So, Bullet Club Gold gets the win. They win via the 310 to Yuma finisher. I hate that name. I don't know why it's called that. I do not know why it's called that. They need to think of a better finisher name. They really do. I hate that shit. I hate that name. And then post-match, Juice Robinson, he celebrated with a cutout of Jay White, which was funny. I did LOL at that. That was some really good shit there. Next, some more Ring of Honor stuff. That being Mercedes Martinez versus Kiera Hogan. I haven't seen Kiera Hogan in months. I think she may have been on Ring of Honor television. I don't know. I don't watch Ring of Honor television. It's not really that important. I know she's done a lot of Rampage stuff too. But, So, Mercedes Martinez gets the win via the Brass City Stretch. Not really that important. Post-match, Mercedes, she kept the hold applied. Chris Statlander came out to make the save. Martinez went to leave, but then she attacked Statlander with her title, and then Willow Nightingale made the save for Statlander. So this is probably going to set up for a tag match next week, more than likely. Not really that important. I like Mercedes Martinez. She's decent, if we're being honest. She's decent. Really good stuff. But, do you want her to be the leader of the division on Rampage, women's division on Rampage? I doubt it. I mean, they're building up Willow nicely. Statlander is okay. And Kiera Hogan's just still getting her feet wet, And then we have the main event. Adam Cole and MJF versus FTR for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Very decent match here. I enjoyed it for the most part. In the end, MJF was going to go... No, FTR, they were going to hit the Shatter Machine on Adam Cole. MJF shoved Adam Cole, and he put himself in the Shatter Machine. And MJF was about to hit the Heat Seeker Power Driver, but Dax rolled him up for the 1, 2, 3. So that does make sense. I'm glad that MJF saved Adam Cole. I think that was great there. Really good storytelling right there. So post-match, FTR, they stand tall with the titles. Adam Cole shakes both Wheeler and Harwood's hands. He didn't look at MJF, who was very disappointed. MJF has fake tears in his eyes. So Adam Cole grabs MJF's world title. He gives it to him. So Adam Cole then stops, puts his hands in the air instead. So MJF was about to hit him, but he doesn't do it. He drops the belt, and then they hug. And then that's how we go off the air. So I'm fine with this. I guess they're going to save the turn for All Out, I would assume. Maybe All In, I don't know. I'm guessing All Out, I guess. I wouldn't do this in Wembley. I wouldn't. This is something that I would save for the States, if we're just being honest. This should be saved for the States. Overall, the show itself was decent. The ladder match was decent. Main event was decent. Again, my only problem with Collision is the day and the time. That's it. Collision is okay, if we're being honest. But what did you guys think? Please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for my videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.